Hello everyone, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome to the start of Season 3 here on the JCR YouTube channel, the FM save that we have been running for quite some time now with Charlton Athletic. This is, I believe, episode 16 of the save, and in today's episode we will be beginning the Championship season once again, as we've returned to this competition after the first season dismal performance, I suppose, as we were relegated last season. If you missed the channel, if you missed the uploads, head back to the channel and you will find the uploads there in the playlist. If you have seen it though, you will have seen our fantastic recent promotion with Charlton Athletic, which sees us now almost as a bit of a yo-yo club after the promotion with Lee Bowyer back in the 18-19 season. I'm hoping this season we can jump up this way and consolidate our status as a championship team. We'll show you through the transfer business. However, actually, I'll show you that first because there's been a lot of good business done. Actually, it's been another successful window for us. We've had plenty of offers coming in for players, but we'll go through the sales. Our lowest sale was Macaulay Bonne. He was a player last season that I never ever used. He was literally sat there as a player that if I needed him in the league, if I was desperate, I would have used him. I mean, he played cup matches for us, but he didn't score once in a competitive game for us last season. In the Championship, our squad was that weak. We used Macaulay Bonne 12 times, and we actually started him twice. But I feel that this team is a hell of a lot stronger than what it was in the first season. He's gone to Fleetwood for £88,000. He was in the last year of his contract, so I'm happy to get rid of him for that amount of money. Next up was Adam Matthews. Now, this was a sort of a leader in the dressing room. He had a fantastic season last season, but he was another player that was heading towards the end of his contract. And with him being 29, we received the offer from Kilmarnock, and I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. He's been a great servant for the club for the past 2 seasons. I suppose the club has made a profit on him as well, signing him for free. I was happy to get rid of him due to the business that we conducted this season. And the big sale, one that I wasn't thinking of actually doing, was Ben Purrington. He was a player that he hasn't really been used all too much for us this season. Well, even in the first, well, both seasons, he's only been a sort of rotation to Whittock. Whittock obviously have had 2 good seasons, and touch wood, hopefully he'll be able to do that again for us this season. But again, Hibernian came in £350,000 bid, and I thought, let's just do it. Let's get rid of him. He's an average left back. Done well for us while he was here, but I'm happy to get rid of him. Now, we have made 6 transfers here. 1 player came in on loan, and that was a Cam Hannibal Mejbri, a young player from Manchester United. The Frenchman got some decent stats, and when you compare him with Johnny Williams, the player that he will be basically battling in that Cam position, he's actually really good. Williams now hitting 27. Hannibal Mejbri only on 2.5k a week. He's got some very, very nice stats and will definitely improve to be a very, very solid central attacking midfielder for us. He can play in the centre of midfield, but I am sure going to train him to try and do the Cam role very well. But I think he could be a decent player for us this season at that position. We definitely took a look at the loan market, the free market this season. You might recognise one of the players we brought in on a free. Jordan Hugill has returned. With us losing Bonne, we lost Bonazzoli to West Brom, and Hugill was on loan from West Ham. I decided to bring him back permanently. I think he might do a little bit better in the Championship than what he did in League One, because he had a solid season for Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship, and he wasn't the worst. But, you know, we've got Ryan Brewster up top, and if he can bag the goals, as long as Hugill gets around 10 goals again, I'm sort of more than happy to keep him. I was definitely umming and ahhing regarding whether we should bring him in or not, but you know what? He's a strong player. We use the pressing forward role, and I think he can do a good job for us in that role. The other striker that we brought in was this guy, the most expensive transfer that we did, 1.5 million for Ramon Mieres. I was looking at this guy in January, but I couldn't get him due to a work permit. He's been spending the last season at Racing Santander and has had a very, very good season for them. So I've decided to bring him in as the pressing forward as well. I think he's got some very, very good stats, and I've compared him once already with Jordan Hugill. They're quite similar, but Ramon, 5 years younger than Jordan Hugill, has a plenty of time to develop still, I think. Got some great key stats as well. 14 finishing is very good. Great work rate, good anticipation and bravery. 6 foot as well. I think he could be a really good striker for us this season. So that was the 2 striking positions. We've obviously got Dominic Samuel and retained Brewster, so the striking position is fine now. With Matthews going, we brought in this guy on a free, Kevin Dix. Again, I compared him with Matthews, and he's a younger alternative, a little bit cheaper as well on the wages. I thought he'd be a decent right back for us as rotation with our first team right back that we use at the moment. Barbieri, of course. The stats lacking here is crossing isn't the greatest. A little bit worse for wear on dribbling as well. We are trying to develop that crossing stat for him, so I'm hoping that he can continue to perform. But you know, from Fiorentina, he's played a few games for them. I didn't have the greatest loan spell for Heracles, but I'm hoping he can be an okay substitute for us this season in that position. The other free transfer that we did was Luke Amos. I scouted him, and he's just really a backup player to what we've already got. We lost, I'm trying to think, didn't we have someone on loan last season at the CDM position? We lost somebody at the centre mid position. Matt Smith, that was it. We had Matt Smith, but I haven't extended his loan. So he's basically just cover for Matt Smith, really. Fringe player, he's happy with that. And he can do both roles, box to box, and the ball winning midfielder role defensively. He's an average player, had a really, really good loan spell for QPR when Hugill was there. So he knows Hugill. He had a really, really good spell there, played a majority of the season. So let's hope that he could maybe get himself into the first team. It's definitely got the potential as well to grow. So, and with a decent value on him as well, £8 million. I think this is genuinely because he's from Tottenham and he's English homegrown, which is crucial. So I'm hoping he can have a good spell for us. And the last piece of business that we have done permanently was Arthur Zagre. Now I am very happy with this business. I wasn't actually going to bring in a left back, as I say. Purvington was going to just stay, be the backup to Whittock. However, this guy has the potential to grow. He's already very similar to Whittock, and he's only 19 years of age, wanted by many teams in Ligue 2 on loan, and Portsmouth as well. He's going to be a backup for us, and I can see him breaking into the first team. Got some already decent defensive abilities at 19. Okay tackling, okay passing. Not the best marking, but decent crossing. He's rather quick as well. I think he could be a really good left back for us. Did a great season, had a great season for Monaco, getting 10 assists. Didn't have the greatest spell when he was only 18, playing in the Monaco team for 3 games, a 6.2 rating. I think he could be one definitely for the future for us. But that's the business we did. Spent £2.3 million, only brought in 600k, so we've actually lost a bit of money this season, but we were able to do that from business from last season where we made a significant profit. But all in all, I am very, very happy with the business that we have conducted this season. And because the business that we have done has amounted to the media placing us in an unbelievable 6th position. They think that we're going to get 6th this season, and in the media Dream 11, 2 of our players, Garcia and Brewster, both on loan obviously, are situated in that team. They cannot believe that the strength obviously of our team, that they've left us in 6th position. I think at the start, before all the business went through, the media had us predicted 16th, which is, I suppose, a little bit more realistic. But I mean, we could be in for a good season this season by the media standpoint, but we can't always look at that. However, I am very, very happy with the business that we have done, and I do believe that, this season is all about trying to stay up. Maybe we could stretch in and around here. I think playoffs this season is a little bit unrealistic, but we'll have to wait and see. The 3 teams that came down from the Premier League were Burnley, Brentford and Queen's Park Rangers. We're expected to be ahead of Queen's Park Rangers, which is just unbelievable. And they've got really, really good players in that team as well. I thought that was Adama Traore, but it's the other Traore who still looks a very young prospect indeed. In the playoffs in League One, it was actually Luton Town that were victorious over Hull City in the final, I believe. Yep, they beat them by 1-0. James Collins scoring the only goal, so Hull City remain in League One. But I'm looking forward to this season. I really, really am. I don't know whether there's much for me to show you. I think actually staff business. We did a bit of staff business. We brought in a few different players. I actually sacked my my assistant manager, Johnny Jackson, who later I realised was an icon at the club because he spent a number of years here. I replaced him with Gary Crosby, who by the look of his history must be Nigel Clough's real life assistant. He just looked a little bit better statistically, and I think he's got a lot of championship experience, which Johnny Jackson doesn't really have. As well as that, you can see we brought in various scouts and coaches to the staff, just because now we're a championship team, we're able to strengthen, and we're definitely looking like a solid championship team with staff members like this. We're top of the crop, as you can see there, in terms of technical coaches, attacking coaches. So I'm very happy with that business that we've done there. I don't really think there's much else to show you. Financially, we're looking A-OK at the moment, but expect that to deplete over the course of the season. The manager performance, the club vision, they're happy with what we've done this season in terms of business, and they'll look at my achievements of last season. There is one thing actually, we are in the process of a board takeover. I had an email just regarding takeover rumours not to be believed, but it's that sort of merry-go-round that always seems to happen like every season. So I'll keep you up to date with that. But the first game of the season is at home against West Brom. I think we should just stop talking and rambling and just get on with this game that we have. We have gone with just the sort of formation we were using a lot last season. Try to take the game to West Brom. They had a fantastic season last season, narrowly missing out on promotion. So we'll have to see how this game goes, but it is going to be a tough one. However, I am looking forward to seeing what we can do. The team looks like this. Phillips remains in goal for another season. This was a position that I didn't actually strengthen. I was talking about maybe bringing in a goalkeeper, but we did a decent amount of business, and I just thought, let's see how we go. I think if Phillips was to get injured, Amos can do a decent job. The only negative is there's not another goalkeeper there, and maybe in January, if this isn't working well, or at the start of next season, we look to bring in a goalkeeper. But I'm happy for the moment to continue using Dylan Phillips. At the right back position, we continue to use Barbieri, a wanted man, as you can see. Defence is Garcia, Magnani and Whittaker, the defence that we used a lot last season, maintaining their positions for this season. Tapia in the holding role with Mallon and Herbie Kane, the partnership. Johnny Williams will be starting at the cam position with Brewster and Hugill lining up top with each other. On the bench, we've got Ben Amos, Kevin Dix, Naby Sarr, Traore, Luke Amos, Mejbri and Mieres. So apart from Jordan Hugill making his first actual start as a permanent player, the rest of the team is practically the same as what it was last season. I do believe that this team will have what it takes to perform at this level, I think. And we've got some great players coming through the ranks. I'm looking forward to what we can do this season. We'll get the game underway as we head back into the Championship. I'm really looking forward to this season because I do think we can do well. That striker position, you might be able to see a familiar face, Federico Bonazzoli making his debut against his former team. But they've got a very, very strong team there. Hernandez on the wing as well, making his debut, as well as Benali. Sam Field playing as well. He was, of course, another player we had in the first season. Had a good season for them last season, but he could be a dangerous player for them. Oliver Burke on the right, Sawyer's the captain, Kieran Gibbs, Sam Johnston. That is a strong West Brom team. So for this first game, I'm just going to tell them, go out there and give the fans their money's worth. It is going to be a tough one. So if we were to lose, I wouldn't be too disheartened, but I think a draw would be a fantastic result. We'll have to see how it goes. You can see Bonazzoli there, valued already at 6.5 million. Some striker he is, but when I compared him to Mieres, they're rather similar actually. So I'm still happy with the business that we have done very early on here at Charlton. As there is a highlight immediately. Hernandez puts the ball into the box. It's scrambled out by Herbie Kane. Sawyers gets it. Will he take a dig? He won't. It's cleared by Tapia. Only as far again as Edmondson, who finds Sawyers. Back to Edmondson. Back to Sawyers. Back to Edmondson. Bonazzoli heads it. And the keeper makes the first save of the game. It's almost written in the stars, isn't it, for Bonazzoli to score in this game, or even Sam Field. But Barbieri, attacking with the ball, loses it. That's his first start in the Championship, making a little error there. Hernandez running forward, and it's another save by Dylan Phillips. I remember his first season when we were in charge. He had a good season. Good season again last season as well. So we'll have to see how we do. We're doing all right so far, but it is a lot of West Brom attacking, which is to be expected. I think you'll be seeing a lot of the 5 at the back formation being brought out for this season as well. Benali running through. But their shots really are not troubling our goalkeeper. They're not placing the shots very well. I'm telling my boys to concentrate because look at this. It is all West Brom. We're yet to have a shot, which is very disappointing. Magnani has been booked. Same with Whittock as well. Herbie Kane and Furlong both picking up knocks. We'll try to get to half time as Tapia is going to throw a long ball into the area. Gathered rather by Johnston. Can we just pick the ball up and maybe start something? It's not going to look like it. Bonazzoli attacking. The lone striker finds Oliver Burke. Saved by Phillips. A good push out. I thought that was just going to bounce to Hernandez as Bonazzoli heads it from Gibbs's cross. And it's half time. I think that's good that we've got to half time, but possession wise we're doing fine, but we've just struggled to create anything, which is just disappointing. What can we change tactically that will allow us to be a bit more creative? I think going to an expressive freedom, maybe not distribute the ball quickly, but do I lower the engagement? No, I think we would keep that the same. I'm going to take off Herbie Kane just because of that injury. And we'll bring on Luke Amos for his first 45 minutes. And we'll tell the players, you see you're happy off. I'm going to say assertively, I'm far from pleased because defensively we've been okay, but they've not really created anything. And if we were to, maybe just get an opportunity, we could definitely do something. Should we try? As Tapia's going to throw another ball in the box. Magnani can get there, and we have scored from the long throw. Giangiacomo Magnani gets himself on the score sheet for the first time. It's his first game in the Championship. Same with Tapia as well, and it's them two combining. Dreadful positioning there by Sam Johnston, running out to try and claim the ball, and we lead here at the Valley. Good start, great reaction into the second half as the timer is just ticking away. They've got injuries to both wing backs, so I think we have to tell the opposition instructions just to really try and take these players out of the game. We'll go in hard on their wing backs as well, and we'll show them to the weaker foot. I want to make a little change as well because these strikers are not doing well, so we'll bring off let's take off Hugill and bring on Mieres, even though Brewster only on a 6.4. Whittock's not having the greatest game, but Zagra's not on the bench. So I can get a reaction, I think, out of them too if I click demand more. If I just select Whittock and Brewster, I think they could do something. 70 minutes played though. We are leading at home, and it's been a lot quieter of a second half. However, we are attacking with the ball now. Mieres picks it up. Amos gets it. Finds Ryan Brewster. He needs a bit of help. Finds Mieres. I think I'm saying that name correctly. As Luke Amos is on it. Loses the ball, and it's a simple hoof ball to Jonathan Leko, and he's not going to miss that. And West Brom equalise. That is a bit disappointing. That is literally, I mean, the goalkeeper was out of position, wasn't he? Look at that. Amos loses it, and it is just simply hoof the ball forward. The only two defenders that are down are Garcia, and I can't say that. I assume that's Magnani, but yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. We've still only had one shot on target as well, which is poor. I think I can't really take off Whittick and bring anybody on, can I? So, well, I suppose I could bring on Naby Sarr. Let's do that. What's his crossing like? Yeah, I suppose he could do alright. Let's see. For the final 10 minutes, there is a highlight furlong on it. Sawyers to Hector. Mieres picks it up. Come on, pass it to Brewster. He's found Brewster. Brewster with the pace. Oh, if that was League One, I bet he'd have finished that. 18 minutes played. We're just slightly getting into the game now. It's took us a while. Malen to throw the ball into the area. Ziegler clears it. Mieres picks it up. Tapia's there. Oh my goodness me, what a save from Johnston. He has got down there. That was into the corner from Tapia. We're doing well though, as Malen is going to whip it in again. Cleared. Williams picks it up. Finds Malen. Good ball in. Mieres can't connect with the header. Let's hope this isn't going to spring a counter-attack. Great tackle by Amos. Free kick's given, and we'll take the tactical yellow card from that. Let's get creative because we're definitely doing well now. However, you know, you've got to think you'd rather a point than lose and get none. I'm not going to sit back though. I'll keep attacking if we can. Is there going to be any more chances in this game there? Oh, there is going to be one. Ball in, and it is held by Phillips. I thought that was going to be a goal then from that set piece. Would be typical, wouldn't it? However, as Phillips keeps the ball, it is full time, and it's a 1-1 draw at home to West Brom. I said at the start of the game we'd be happy with that. Was I happy with it in terms of the stats? Probably not. Possession-wise, it's a very even game. However, they had a plethora of chances. On the other hand, I look at it and I think that goal was very easy to stop if we just don't lose possession of the ball in that situation, and we'd have won that game by a 1-0, which would have been absolutely fantastic. So we'll look on the bright side. It's a point against West Brom in the first game back in the Championship. They were a team that finished third, don't forget, last season. We lost to them away from home in the first season, and at home we actually beat them by 2-1. Oh yeah, Tamar Hamed scored that game, I remember. I'll take it though. It's a positive point in the Championship, and we just have to look to try and get some more victories as we try to stay up this season and build from there. Has been a bit of a longer video, but I hope you have enjoyed the start of Season 3. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit the like button, comment and subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed already to keep yourself up to date with this save, and I'll catch you for the next episode of this Child Athletics save very, very soon. Take care, guys.